in here that have given me referrals. I looked around this morning, way over half the people here today have given me referrals, which have developed into the second, third, fourth tier referrals out there. The point, as I said earlier in my 1 minute, that I'm so busy that I'm constantly playing catch up and still so far behind the people I've got work promised to out there that I haven't gotten there yet. So I apologize, but thank you so much for putting me in this position. I joined BNI about 2.5 years ago when the economy got really sick. The building industry in particular, I didn't have enough work, not nearly enough. And so I joined BNI, and over that period of time, I have earned the trust of many of you, and believe me, I've got all I can handle as a result of that, so a big thank you. What I want to do is back up and just elaborate on where I've been, and I guess maybe put a question some of you might have at rest is how does an old clown like me know how to do electrical and HVAC and plumbing and all of these trades coming out of the food industry. As he said, I was in the food business for 3 years. It was a family business here in Knoxville. My job there was Vice President of Operations. We operated 3 different plants, two in Tennessee and 1 in North Carolina. Had over 450 employees. The company sold back in 2000. As a result of that, I left the business. Didn't really want to pursue the food business and have to move to Minnesota or someplace like that for employment. So I began doing what I'd always done in my time away from the plant, and that was building things. I built a home, and always doing something, keeping the cars and the toys running, the boats, motorcycles, whatever, and because that's what I enjoyed doing. So as a result of leaving the food industry, I decided to hang my shingle out and do what I'd always done for fun, and that's in the construction or building area. So that 33 years in the food business gave me a lot of good base information. Obviously in heavy industry, between refrigeration, we had lots of that. Large cooking units that would process 20,000 pounds of hams in a smokehouse. These are all gas fired, very similar to what your gas furnace would be. So there's a lot of base there that I pulled from to do the things that I do today. Same thing with electricals. We had obviously 480 volt 3-phase service that was that ran thousands and thousands of horsepower this related very well to what I do today. An excellent base. As you know, I left 2 little cards here. This is who I was when I joined BNI. It didn't seem to make much sense. This was more on a commercial basis. This came out of about 3 years ago. I was involved. I was project manager of a fairly large development up in Sevier County. This was built in investment properties. It was platted for 103 properties. While I was there, and prior to the crash of the construction of the building industry, I built 26 custom homes up there. Kind of high end. These were for 4 bedrooms, sold for $450,000. So I completed 26 while I was there in about 1.5 years. We started kind of slow. With my background, we actually hired our own employees. I did have a couple of subs that were dedicated, but the whole purpose was to build this thing out in about a 2.5 year period of time. Starting slow. The last 8 units that we completed, we were finishing one every 8 days. To give you an idea, that was by training our own people and dedicated subs to where we could control the materials, the work, and like I said, we had something closing every 8 days on the last 8 units we produced. So until the economy went bad and everything just kind of came to a screeching halt. But that is just to show you that I do have experience in new construction. I managed everything from the site work preparation to pouring footers, building foundation walls, right up to the infrastructure. We had our own sewer plant, our own water plant, and during that period of time also built an 18,000 square foot clubhouse in my spare time. So anyway, that's coming out of that. I pretty much lost a lot of the contacts with people that I had serviced 7 or 8 years prior to that, and as a result, I don't ask for new construction business, as that gets me too involved in a project and not available to take care of all the repairs, maintenance, and I think taking care of people's immediate needs. I think this is what I probably enjoy as much as anything, and I do. And that when somebody gives me a call that their heat doesn't work, you know, Ed's a good example there. That, you know, you need to be able to respond and take care of that need, and it's very gratifying to be able to go in and fix a problem, and you know, the thank yous you get from that. So that's kind of where I come from. Now I'm Renovations Plus. That's kind of geared more toward the residential construction business. I still do all of these things that I did when I joined, with the exception of taking on new projects. Like I said, a new home, many times you're talking about 6 months to a year in construction, and it's just too ties me to one project more than I care to be. So what we do is pretty much focus on additions, remodels, total renovations. Working on a project right now that Rebecca referred me to. It's a great project. It's basically a renovation of a kitchen, dining room, family room. These are all different rooms that we pretty much taken walls out and made structural changes to allow that to be one big area. And, but anyway, I think it's going well, but it's really consuming my time. It's keeping me from getting to some of the other people that I need to get to as soon as I should. But anyway, the things that I really specialize in is, and what I'm licensed in, is an electrical contractor and mechanical contractor. And what that means is it's anything to do with electrical, whether it be industry. Just about 6 months ago, actually put in 480 volt service for an industrial plant out in Oak Ridge. This was a piece of equipment in the process that it was starting up, and this is my job to put the new service in from the service provider and hook up the equipment. So all down to that, to just maybe taking care of a light fixture problem for some of you folks in here. So it's not too big, not too small. We do it all. The mechanical work, that includes a lot of heat and air work. It also involves plumbing, gas installations, whether it be gas from the utility company, and right down to the hookup of the different appliances, whether it be furnaces, gas logs, ranges, whatever. Things that we specialize in doing, in addition to all of the basic, fundamental building projects out there that begin with concrete work usually and end up with paint. If it's a good sized paint job, I give it a ton. I'm not going to be a full-time painter. But anyway, that's pretty much what we do. And keep me in mind as I kind of climb out of this little hole I've gotten into. I'll certainly be asking you again for referrals. So thank you, Ken Lay, Renovations Plus.